Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brainbean here again, and today we're going to be taking a look at Corsair's newest lighting accessory, the LT100. Now, I also have a starter kit here to give away to one of my subscribers, but I'll have all the info on how you can win that at the end of the video. For now, let's check out the LT100. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the LT100 is Corsair's newest lighting accessory, and essentially what it is a set of lighting towers that are meant to augment your setup by providing a little bit of ambient lighting as well as some effects that can tie into your peripherals and your games with Corsair's iCUE software. Now, the way you can pick one of these up is by starting with the starter kit, which gives you two lighting towers. One of those is going to be the controller module and the other is an expansion tower. You can also pick up additional expansion towers up to a total of 4 towers per controller unit. Now, the setup on these is actually pretty simple. They come with an AC adapter to power them, an included USB cable to run to the computer, and then a set of ribbons that will run to each additional tower. One cool thing that Corsair includes is a little hook that you can rest, kind of like a little hat, right on top of one of the towers that will hold your headset for you. So it's kind of a cool little addition. Always welcome having little extras like that thrown in the box. And like anything RGB hardware, guys, the cables is a big concern because whether it's RGB fans in your computer or lighting towers in this situation, there's just so much cable sprawl everywhere, so be prepared for dealing with that. Now, the max distance between towers is 1.5 meters, and I would have liked to have seen being able to place these a little bit farther apart just because it'd make for a little bit more options in how you do your setup. And like for me, I use a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor, and I was able to have the towers, about maybe 4 inches on either side of the monitor, and that was about as far as I could go. Multi-monitor setups I could see being kind of an issue here as well. So you have to kind of play with it and figure out how you want to actually have these set up. Now, one of the cool things about the lighting towers is that you can actually reverse the light stick that comes out of the top and have it project out towards your wall. And this kind of gives a little bit more of that ambient effect rather than shining right in your face, and that's personally how I like to use them. But keep in mind here, they don't really project out super far, and I get that Corsair had to try to find a balance between having it too bright when it's facing you versus being able to project out and really have a lot of coverage when it's facing the wall. And I think the sweet spot is only about 6 to 8 inches or so. If you try to come out of the wall any further, it's not really going to give you a whole lot of spillover and really kind of illuminate everything. So keep that in mind. You do have to be pretty close to the wall to get a good effect here. When you look at the quality of the towers, they're really well made. They come with an all aluminum shell, and even the sticks that plug into the bases are also wrapped in aluminum. The LEDs are good quality. There's 46 in total in the actual stick, as well as sort of the ring that wraps around the base. And the light diffusers here in particular are also really good. So when you look at something like the Drop Alt, for example, the light diffuser that wraps around that, one of my big pet peeves is that you can clearly see where each LED is because it doesn't really diffuse across real well. But on the LT100s, if you're using like a static color or something like that, you can't tell where one LED begins and ends. It's just a really nice, smooth light all the way across. Now, when you use some, more animation effects and stuff like that, you can pick out where the individual LEDs are, obviously, because they're changing in front of you. But otherwise, I would say the lighting effects are quite good on these towers. So talking about the software, obviously the name iCUE in the towers, this is meant to work with Corsair's iCUE software, but one cool thing here is that you actually don't need to have it connected to iCUE to use these towers. They come with 11 different lighting effects baked right into the controller unit, so theoretically you could put these behind a TV or on a console gaming setup or tie them into your PC. Now, when you use it with Corsair's iCUE, you can also take advantage of things like an audio visualizer. You can have it sort of mirror the effects of videos that you're watching, or have it play with certain games that are supported with iCUE's reactive effects. And overall, I'd say the experience here was pretty good, although I did run into a little bit of sluggishness with the in-game effects. And personally, I've always kind of run into a couple of little bugs here and there when using iCUE with in-game integration. Things like having a single RAM stick change to a certain color and then just lock there, or having, in this case, one tower working really well and the other kind of locking up here and there. So I would say for the in-game aspect of it, it wasn't super great, but in terms of just providing an overall ambient experience with good lighting, it does just fine there. So at this point, you're probably wondering, how much does it cost? Good question. Wait for it. Comes in at $129.99 for the starter kit for 2 towers and $60 for each additional tower. That is insanely expensive. Now, I get that the RGB world is sort of a pricey world in general, and you look at something like a Philips Hue kit costs $170 for 3 light bulbs and a bridge. But then at the same time, you look at a 4-pack of RGB light strips on Amazon is going to run you like $35, and essentially what this kit is 2 sticks with a 46 light strip inside of it, and that's basically what you're getting. So you have to be somebody that's heavily invested into the Corsair iCUE ecosystem, and you really just want everything to tie in really well, and you just want that little bit of lighting accent to kind of go in with everything. I mean, the quality is there. I like the aluminum construction. The lights look really good and the diffusion is done well. It holds a headset like a champ, but at $130, I really have a hard time recommending this one unless, again, you're just really into Corsair stuff and you really want to have everything tie into it. If these go on sale and they were to drop down to say $80 or so, then I would be able to recommend it a lot more. But as it sits, it's just a really expensive luxury item that is really going to come down to whether or not you think it's going to have a lot of value in your setup. But anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Like I said, I do have one of these to give away to one of my subscribers. All you have to do, obviously, is make sure you're subscribed. You can give this video a like to show your support, although it is not required. And then just hit me up in the comments section. Let me know what you think about these light towers, and make sure if you're entering the giveaway to put your Twitter handle in the comments so that I have a way to contact you, as I will announce the winner on my Twitter account here in a couple of weeks. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be safe out there, take care of each other, and as always, I will see you in the next one.